Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions we express do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. If you would like to support the show, go to Duckfeed.tv/tipjar and check out our Patreon campaign. Yes, they're not a sponsor. They just reviewed Best for My Sleep Style, which I call Goofy Foot. Yeah, so... You know,
I learned that on Tony Hawk.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Kris and Kole Ross.
Tony Hawk games are really good.
You got the secret escape park.
Oh yeah, breaking through the window to get into it.
Right. Just so you could skate in a warehouse.
Yeah, I remember it was like you checked that out from Babbage's, and I played it for like 24 hours straight during a sick day, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's a good memory. It's a good memory.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Was that the day your passion was born?
Yep, that's the day where I figured out who I was and what I wanted to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Good soundtrack on that.
Thought I could plant that seed for you.
call you Johnny Passion Seed.
Right?
Yeah.
What do I wear as a hat? Or do I have a corncob pipe and a button nose?
Yep. You walk around in an inflatable Frosty the Snowman costume. Just helping people find their ducks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Clearly.
You're just I think you're just pushy with your ideas, and then that's where it comes from.
Well, you're a dick.
Oh man. I don't know. Second one's always harder. This is the second in a in a series. No, it's the second in a two episode recording batch, and usually we have like banter at the front of it. But sometimes it's hard. Wouldn't want the show to be about the show. Sometimes it's hard to because we burn the story. You talked about your Atlanta trip this past time, and I don't do anything interesting. So,
so you don't want this episode to be the true Hollywood story.
No. And
then tragedy struck.
Here's my interesting stuff. I figured out.
Although it sounded like they got along on the podcast, behind the scenes was a different story.
Oh man, if E started covering podcasts, the worst.
The world would be fucking boring.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be before they started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
No, my exciting thing is I figured out the magic of 3M command strips for hanging stuff. Go ahead.
They're like unicorns, man.
It's pretty good. I recently got some bulletin board and whiteboard squares for my office wall. I was like, I don't want to fill this. I have filled and sanded enough holes with spackle. I was like, let me try this. What?
I have filled.
You fill a nail hole or a screw hole with some spackle, you know?
I've had my fill.
I've had my fill of filling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No. And it's kind of like, let me give some of these a shot. It's great. I've got like little cafe lights blinking above them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See how boring it is? Do you see how dire things are?
It is. It's bad.
It's really bad.
You're bad at this.
What's this?
I haven't decided, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Let me water my bonsai tree.
All right.
Hey, Kris, what episode is this?
Episode number 213.
There you go.
Oh.
You nailed one.
Of the comedy podcast, Those Damn Ross Kids.
Your name is?
Kris.
My name is Kole. We're here to entertain your asses. Hey, Chris, you got a story?
I do. 5 nurses have been suspended for 3 weeks after police report that reveals that they repeatedly viewed a patient's genitals over several days while he was incapacitated, including after he was deceased. The 5 nurses were in awe. The nurses actually opened a body bag simply to admire the size of the man's penis.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda, you got to come see this.
Hey, this guy that's in a coma? Yeah, he's got a giant cock.
It moves on its own. It's wicked crazy.
Oh, the thunder over there.
Just repeatedly. They just repeatedly did it. How'd they get caught?
Just kept looking.
They got greedy is how they got caught.
Somebody overheard, the scuttlebutt about what they wished was in their butt.
Right.
Yeah. That's how that happened. So the wrong person heard, as usual, the party pooper.
Right.
And they reported it, and then it became an issue.
Right. To be fair, it was always an issue.
Well, I don't think that's right.
I would say if there's going to be an issue, why are you guys making a federal case out of this? Well,
but they didn't touch it.
Yeah, but have you thought about it?
Just Cole.
But have you thought about it?
Thoughts are not crimes.
Thoughts are the beginnings of crimes. It's like thoughts are the beginning of sin,
Well,
infidelity begins in the heart.
I believe people are inherently good.
That's
at being incredibly negative.
People are inherently good. I'd like to believe that,
but I can't. Die.
It's not the second episode in a row, but yeah, you're.
Nope, I skipped one. I'm going every other one.
Right. Okay. Cool. You're making me want to see that movie again. That's a good movie.
It is.
It's a fun movie.
The Cunhas, I believe.
You mean Lisa Kudrow?
Lisa Kudrow, yes.
Yeah, Lisa Kudrow plays the female lead. It's kind of crazy. I think you mean Mila Kunis?
Mila, yeah. She's playing Dobie Gillis in the Broadway live version of the revival of Dobie Gillis.
Yeah. For some reason, I hear Dobie Gillis, and I think that what's his name, Bob Denver, is the main character of that. But no, he's Maynard G. Krebs.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know him? You do know who Dobie Gillis is, right?
I mean, she's the main character of that show, but
it's a man.
Okay.
It's Jerry Van Dyke.
Huh.
I'm
Weird.
pretty sure.
It is a show. Or is it Dwayne Hickman?
I thought it was him.
No,
it's not. Okay.
No.
Then that's a less interesting story.
Okay. Huh. So this dick watching happened where?
In Denver. I'm sorry. You need to Google the many loves of Dobie Gillis, or go to the Wikipedia page.
I'm there, my friend. I was there 5 minutes ago.
So you said the dick watching, and if you look at the logo for the many loves of Dobie Gillis, it looks like a glory hole.
Yeah. There's a hole in the fence.
Yeah. So where did all this dick watching go on? The logo I'm looking at for the many loves of Dobie Gillis.
Yeah, it's even a little vagina shaped too.
The many loves of Dobie Gillis was about him glory holing.
Well, that's how they got the guest stars in.
How many random women are on the other side of that hole?
That's how they got the dope.
Was born of something completely different.
The Love Boat was made for guest stars because every trip had somebody new on it, and on this one you had a young Zsa Zsa Gabor on the other side of that. She was like the Wilson,
Circle gets the square.
Boy, does it. Yeah. No, I was asking that because you did that northeastern accent, and I thought that I was going to have a little bit of serendipity here. So up in Maine, in Augusta, I believe, there's a guy who was very, very angry that he was denied any kind of like assistance or housing assistance because his old apartment became uninhabitable due to the presence of bed bugs. Okay.
Okay.
He was stuck, basically stuck in this haunted house. And so he walks into the, to the city center, and says, "Hey, guess what? They're your problem now." And he whipped out a cup full of live bed bugs and slammed it on the counter, and bam, off they flew. Maybe 100 of them. They're yours now. This man committed a bioterrorism in Maine. Stephen King, watch this. It'll be your next thing. It'll be like It. But bed bugs now. Boom, they're your problem now.
Well, yeah. That's probably not a good idea.
No. Yeah.
But there aren't very many resources for bedbug remediation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a lot of snake oil, I think.
And it's very expensive to actually do it correctly.
Yeah, it was like a decade ago that there was that huge bedbug epidemic, but even still, like that's still kind of a thing. I remember being just completely mystified because that happened around the end of the time that I was in college, and I stuck around after college for like a year and a half, in the same college neighborhood. And you'd go, what?
That's just, it sounded like you were trying to explain why you went to school for 6.5 years.
I didn't.
It's like, I just hung around for another year and a half. I wasn't,
No, it was fine. It was.
Okay. Just really I like the neighborhood.
I can quit anytime I want.
Really great to be mugged in.
I was never mugged, but pretty much everybody that I knew was. Like a staggering number of my friends were mugged in that neighborhood. But you'd walk around, and it would be the end of the quarter, because we were on quarters. It was the style at the time. They had bees on them, and you on your way out, everything the curb would be covered with couches or bookshelves or even mattresses, like upholstered things, and then on your way back in, they'd all be gone.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I understand the appeal of free shit.
Maybe they were playing Red Rover, let bedbug come over.
Hey, I want my house to be haunted. Yeah. It just it didn't work for me. Like I yelled at my roommates for bringing home wooden furniture. I was like, do you have any idea what could be hiding in those cracks? You've doomed us all.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a good share. It's a good share. Well, I mean, you live with somebody long enough, you are going to be kind of cranky with them.
Are you?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe that's why I hate myself.
You got a story?
I don't know. There's, at the time of this recording, there's billboards in Los Angeles and New York.
Okay,
and it's a white billboard with black writing, and all it says on it is "Netflix is a joke."
Okay.
And no one knows what's going on with that.
All right. Netflix is a joke.
Except for it was Netflix's ad campaign.
What?
Yeah. Ad campaign will expand in the coming weeks to include video spots featuring high-profile stand-up comedians interacting with Netflix stars, including Kevin Spacey. Variety reports Netflix has been making a big push into stand-up comedy. So their stand-up comedy push in their marketing campaign is by putting billboards up that say Netflix is a joke.
Huh. As an observer who is slightly keyed into the way this stuff works, I would my first impression of a billboard that says Netflix is a joke in Hollywood, like it seems like it would be pissed off studio execs who are really, really angry that Netflix is cutting into their profits.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But this
plausible.
is plausible.
I'll consider it.
I mean, but like that seems like a good, like that is a reasonable conclusion to draw.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. But they're doing it themselves. Weird. These are boring ass billboards, and it's just black text on a white background. No no TNA or anything.
Nope. No jugs.
Ugh.
Why bother?
Why would you even? Ugh. A waste of effort. A waste of effort.
There's only 3 types of ads.
Go on.
One with jugs. One with side jugs.
Mm-hmm. And then the elusive under jug.
And one with Billy Bush.
Yep. It's coming back. Couldn't take the president down.
Which, of course, is a female pubic hair region that is carefully chiseled into the brother of
the brother of Jimmy Carter.
President. Billy Beer?
Yeah, Billy Beer.
We've talked about that, right?
We've talked about Billy Beer. Our uncle has a can of it, right?
At some point, I'm sure. Maybe you drank it. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. And then like Hollywood execs were also coming out saying, "Oh my gosh, the reason we've had such a terrible summer in movies is because of Rotten Tomatoes. It's killing the industry." Like, wait a minute. Your problem, the thing that you think is killing movies, is that people know when something is bad before they go see it. If your entire business model is based on duping people, maybe don't. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen a lot of great stuff. It was pretty good. The Dark Tower was a fucking disaster.
Oh, well, that was never going to satisfy anyone.
I went in wanting to like it.
I think that's things people who are actually uppity about it say to others. That's what I think. Well, I was willing to go in with an open mind, but it basically violated everything that I ever thought ever.
I went in wanting to be fair-minded. I just think they made every bad decision, and also made a terrible movie when they did it. It's just not like if it was just a bad adaptation, that'd be one thing. It just wasn't a good movie. Why
don't you do a constantly negative review podcast?
I'm not constantly negative. I love the Dark Tower. I just didn't.
Well, actually, we'll call it. You call it. Well, actually.
Well, I mean, depending on who you listen to and which reviews you believe, that might as well be every show we ever do. So.
Well, people think you come off as too smart.
No, quite the opposite. They think I'm dumb, and they think that we're just too negative in general across the network. Because
really?
Yeah, because we say things are bad when they're bad.
Maybe don't personalize it.
No, we're not personalizing it.
No. I'm saying on the other end.
Oh yeah. That's the internet.
If you're going to be negative, you're being negative about a thing, not a person.
Yeah.
You're not doxing people.
Right. We're not John Popper.
Unless they keep it up, and then they'll find out.
Oh, then they're going to learn the fury.
Too negative.
Come on.
The most negative person. I'm positive I'm the most negative.
Got a story here. This one's out of Canada. Okay. Has to do with the church. People in Ottawa are pretty upset because there is a gigantic mechanical spider crawling on the roof and along their bell tower in their cathedral.
Okay.
Hey, we got a gigantic mechanical spider. We got a Wild West ass mechanical spider crawling all up on our shit. People are calling it sacrilegious, demonic, and disrespectful of a sacred space. The Archbishop of Ottawa, Archbishop Terence Pendergast, says, I have no idea. I have no idea why anybody's being so angry about this. My cathedral staff and I anticipated that some might object, but thought it would be minimal as it's nothing demeaning was intended, and the spider being near the church. You mean on top of the church? I regret that we had not sufficiently understood that others would see this event so differently. I say to those who were shocked that I understand this would have been upsetting for them, and I regret that a well-intentioned effort to cooperate in a celebration was anything but that for them. Okay?
Okay.
So, it's one of 2 robots that was created by a street theater company of artists, technicians, and performers based out of France, coming through, just putting on a gigantic show, all along the streets. This is a little old. It was July 27th. In the evening, Kumo woke up to organ music from inside the cathedral as the spider, suspended from cranes, climbed off its perch between the towers. Snow fell from above as part of the event's special effects.
Jesus.
Says one of the parishioners, I don't understand how allowing a mechanical spider to stand on a cathedral is anything but disturbing, disappointing, and even shameful.
God. How am I supposed to yes and that?
It's such a... Hey, what are you doing this Sunday? Well,
I'm Big Daddy Don Garland, so I think you know.
Who's Big Daddy Don Garland?
Garlitz?
Who?
Big Daddy Don Garlitz.
Who is he?
I think he's a drag racer or something like that.
Oh, like a Sunday thing with the nitro burning from the cars.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, police in Lititz, Pennsylvania, are giving pranksters points for creativity when they tied red balloons to storm grates ahead of Friday's release of the movie It.
Yeah.
But the cops are saying, please don't do that again.
All right. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Don't do that again.
Yeah, the cops were completely terrified as they removed the balloons.
Why would you be? It's a fucking book. Well, okay, so these were kids doing this?
They don't know. They're just asking them to never do it again. But there are fears that the whole clown thing is going to come back.
Right. The whole killer clown. Well, the people said even back during the killer clown thing last year that was promotional stuff for the movie It. Like they thought that was like stunts that was being done to hype things up. Yeah. That was one of the many theories. I think it was actually just a bunch of copycats and stuff. But
right, I don't think it's true.
No,
because do you remember that one story where the clown just got shot in the head?
No.
Somebody was driving down the street and the clown was walking down the road. They just put their hand out the window and blew the clown's brains out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Was it?
I mean, yeah.
Hey, Chris, was it?
Yeah, I mean, that's not exactly Dharma, you know?
It's, There was a story, I forget if I used it, but like in the midst of that crisis, actual clowns, like working clowns, had to like up their security or up their OPSEC, I guess would be the better way to say it. They didn't actually have like, whole like little cars full of a bunch of like Secret Service members, but like they wouldn't drive to a gig painted up or in costume. Like they couldn't do that anymore because like if you are a working clown going from a place to a place, somebody will think that you are one of these, one of these kids going out there and, menacing people. So they would have to drive to the place, show up, and then paint up and get into costume. Like it really put a kink in their shit.
Right.
Yeah. So tying the balloons to the sewer grates, obviously a reference to the opening scene of It. It's so good. It's such a good movie. But like that was something that actual like promoters were doing. Like I saw people were sharing photographs of similar things. Like, hey, here's a red balloon tied to a sewer grate, and then like up close there's a little sticker that says like, hey, it is premiering blah 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 hashtag It the movie or something like that. But if it's actually people just going around sharing their enthusiasm for King's, it's not his magnum opus, that's Dark Tower, but for King's book, then that's Why would a cop be scared of that, though? There's not an interdimensional clown beneath the grates.
Maybe.
Yeah, that balloon isn't full of blood. John Ritter's dead. He can't hurt you anymore. Seth Green grew up.
Everything's going to be fine.
Everything's going to be okay. No, not okay. Everything's going to be fine. You have to stay on brand.
Right. Everything's going to be okay is next door.
That's our primary competitor.
Right. Wait. Well, is it a crowded marketplace? Well, we really just have two main competitors. There's Everything's Going to Be Okay, and there's Xanax.
Oh man.
That's kind of what this space looks like right now.
Yep. But market forces are changing it every day.
Network, coordination, it takes the community, right?
It takes a village is what I would say.
Right. And that's a very original idea.
I would say it takes a village is what I would say.
Mm.
I've got a story here that's local to our state, the great state of Ohio. This is related to the BMV. Platey McPlateface, it might be happening because the Ohio DMV in the year 2017 saw fit to hold a goddamn contest to name their mascot, which is a cartoon license plate that has placeholder text of ooh on it. He's got red sneakers and arms. He's got his eyes are the O's at the beginning and end of Ohio. And he's got high written. He's got high in between his eyes, like he's a very, very friendly Charles Manson. Am I boring you? You reading the paper?
No, I call it there. A piece of paper fell on the floor. It has not everything is an affront to you, buddy.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes I got the window open and it blows papers off the desk.
Okay, all right. No,
it's not
fine.
An automatic slide on you. Right. Your insecurity is frankly annoying.
Thumbs up. So yeah, they said, hey, only appropriate names will be considered, and everybody said Platey McPlateface. Now,
why wouldn't it be?
Well, I mean, if anybody tried to do anything original, why do we always have to go back to the same goddamn well? I understand that's how memes work, but fuck that.
I think that's how this podcast works.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. A couple of other options. Play-Doh is another one. I think Play-Doh's good. We have somebody saying tag along. This dipshit here saying Ohio. Ha. And then another good one is Reggie, i.e. registration. I like Count Stampula. Give him little fangs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, bad on Ohio for thinking this was a good idea, and bad on everybody else for hopping on that shit and doing the same tired old shit.
It is hard to come up with something for a license plate, though. Some kind of character name for a cartoon license plate. Yeah,
it's like trying to name it like a cartoon microscope or something like that.
Yeah, it's just odd. Because you're not really, you want something like Ed.
Right.
Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of plate descriptors.
No. I think that, the name would have to have seven characters, right? Like, it can't go beyond the max for Ohio plates.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if they made him really, really, like smart and philosophical, and you called him Plato?
That was literally one of the names that I said somebody online did.
When did you say that?
Well, I was telling you the story, like Plato and Reggie and stuff.
Did you say it exactly like that?
I said Plato, yeah.
Huh.
Cool. All right. Yep. Sometimes I know exactly how we're working here.
I didn't hear you say that.
Okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. Whatever. Just
normally it's just it's a joke that I don't listen.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You were just waiting for your turn, so tell the story.
No, I missed it. I wasn't even reading. I was Cole again. It is not.
Oh, again, it's not. It's not about you. It's not about you.
No, it's complete. It's me. It's not you.
See, Chris, it only ever happens when I'm talking.
It's not you.
Okay, no. Tell me your story. You've obviously been waiting. You've been waiting a long time.
I actually don't have any more stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was just looking forward to not listening to you for another few minutes.
Okay, well, fine then. We can sit here in silence.
Perfect. Sounds like a great punishment for everyone.
Yeah, okay.
More like a positive enforcer.
Remember Lethal Enforcers?
I do.
Yeah.
Reload!
Yeah, Deputy.
Did they make that for the home?
Yeah, they did. It was on SNES. Had the big blue pistol, like the revolver. It was like a special light gun for the SNES.
Hmm.
Yeah,
it's hard to imagine that the graphics on SNES being good enough for that.
I mean, it's just digitized bitmaps and stuff. Like there's literally just Mortal Kombat.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they did Mortal Kombat. Like it's just photographs of people.
You would know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Did those people exist?
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, those people exist. When I was when we went to the Midwest Gaming Classic, I got a chance to meet. I didn't really meet them. I saw them. The people who played Liu Kang and and Shang Tsung, and also Scorpion. I think they had them double up. But yeah, I met some of the actors from the original Mortal Kombat, not the movie, not the Mortal Kombat movie. That's actually surprisingly fun. No. The people whose photographs were used, I think they were in costume.
Wow. So yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Not sure what I'm going to do with that in the future, but it's nice to know that you know.
Yeah. Well, in case it comes up. It never comes up.
Hey, did you hear about the guy running into the fire at Burning Man?
Yeah, I did. That's fucked up because a lot of people tried to stop him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't hear a lot of specifics about why he did that. Like if drugs were involved. I mean, obviously they were. Like that guy was. Let's just say his tank was topped off with ayahuasca. I will guarantee you. I'll be like a Cajun chef and say I'll guarantee. But yeah, like people are like, no, don't do this. Then he ran and jumped on the man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
How fucking high do you have to be on what?
Like I said, topped off with ayahuasca.
I don't know what ayahuasca is. Cool.
It's like a Native American hallucinogenic tea, I think. It's like fermented and peyote and stuff like that. Like you drink it for your vision quest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Yeah.
Heard of kombucha.
Kombucha is a different thing. Yeah. Kombucha is rancid tea with a little puck of bacteria on the top of it. I about said diarrhea on top of it, and then I would have been real grossed out.
Have you ever drank it?
No, I don't. No. I realize I drink fermented stuff all the time, but it's just not for me.
Okay.
Are we done here?
I think so.
Okay.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Hey, Chris, want me to tell them what they can do?
Please.
Go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv to consider supporting the shows on the network. Thank you to everybody who has done that. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, come to the Portland Retro Games Expo from the 20th through the 22nd and watch for details. I'm sure by the time this comes out, we will have decided on the meetup time and place and things like that. So watch our social media for those details. We would love to meet you. Chris, all of you are very nice people, and it's a good time. I don't know if you're going to have anything to talk about with them, though. So, it's fine. It's fine. You had a good time at Columbus.
I did.
Yeah. Neat.
I don't know if you're going to have anything to talk about with them.
Cool. Well, sorry, America.
Sorry.